let's be honest. There's so much information on the internet nowadays that it's hard to figure out what's truth and what's fiction. But don't worry, your girl's got you covered. Hey guys, this is just Grace and welcome back to my channel. If you can't tell by now, I have changed setups. I am no longer in my apartment in Rochester. I am back home in my hometown of New Hampshire for the holidays, which, by the way, happy holidays to y'all. I know it's getting close to Christmas, so just want to put that out there. In this video, I will be talking about AHAs and BHAs. I know I briefly touched upon that in my last video. I didn't go too deep into it just for the sake of time, and also if I did talk about it, we would be sitting here with another extra long 10 or so minutes. So that too. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, I promised myself I would make a video about it explaining what they are, and today is the day. So grab your notebook, pen, tablets, crayon, paper, whatever you got on hand, and let's go. So, just as a brief reminder, I am not a licensed esthetician or dermatologist, so please take my words with a grain of salt. And if you do have a dermatologist on hand, like some of us can't afford, please do confirm with your esthetician or dermatologist before continuing, just to make sure that you don't harm your skin and all in the process. But other than that, I'm just gonna get right into it, starting with, oh, I forgot. To diverge into how I'm going to be talking in this video, I'm going to be splitting this into two parts. I'm going to be splitting it into AHAs and BHAs, and in each section I will be talking about what they are, what do they do, and what benefits they bring to the skin, as well as what ingredients they are considered under that category. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So a quick summary on chemical exfoliants. Chemical exfoliants are basically fruit/plant derived extracts, things such as papaya extract, pineapple extract, pomegranate extract, any kind of fruit enzyme you can think of. They're all considered chemical exfoliants, which includes AHAs and BHAs as well. So they all help to shed off the dead layer of skin cells on the surface, which brings in new skin cells to the surface, ones that have not been exposed to so-called wear and tear. So without further ado, let's jump right into AHAs. So for AHAs, also known as alpha hydroxy acids, it's a type of chemical exfoliator, like I said before, and it is a water-soluble acid, and due to its molecule size, it can only target the surface level of the skin. And in turn, they can't target oils. So if you're looking for something with oil control, this chemical exfoliator is definitely not for you. So keep that in mind. But the way it works is that it breaks the bonds between skin cells and revealing newer skin underneath. So the benefits it brings is basically that it can be used daytime or nighttime, but preferably as a precaution, use it during the night. Mainly if you use it during the night, then it won't cause any skin barrier compromise or skin barrier sensitization. No. It won't cause a compromised skin barrier, or it won't cause instant sensitized skin. In turn, can cause a bit of an irritation to the bit. It can cause irritation in the long run. So it can be used every single day, but if you're just starting out, I would suggest only using it 3 to 4 times a week, or even lesser than that, just so your skin gets used to the acid itself and it can properly adjust over time. So that way, once your skin is adjusted to that so-called new ingredient, you can start layering more and more during the week as you go. So some examples of AHAs are basically lactic acid, glycolic acid, and mandelic acid. These are the more popular types of ingredients. I know there's a lot other types of AHAs out there that are also pretty popular, but I'm not gonna delve into deep and try to name all of them because that would take a whole nother day, honestly, and who has time for that? We want to keep this video short, so let's get on. So the next section I'm going to be talking about is BHAs. BHAs, also known as beta hydroxy acid, is an oil soluble acid, and unlike AHAs, which can only penetrate the surface of the skin and can remove dead skin cells off the surface, it can go deeper into the pores and remove that sebum and oil that's clogging your pores, which makes it perfect those who have oily skin types, which makes it perfect for oily skin types since it can target those oil and sebum and control it in the long run as well. And like I said, it's also another chemical exfoliator, and it, like AHA, it breaks through the skin bond to exfoliate the surface of the skin, plus it dives deep into the pores to remove and dissolve all that oil and sebum and gunk that's whatever you have in there that's just sitting there. But like I said before, if you have oily skin types, this might be a really good solution for you. I would not recommend it for maybe sensitive skin types. So just to pause here for real quick, I did make a fucking contradiction of myself like I always do. So sensitive skin types are okay to use BHAs just as long as they soothe their skin afterwards, as it can cause irritation and temporary sensitization to the skin. But anyways, back to the video. Or dry skin types, maybe not acne prone either, in my opinion, unless like if you have like acne prone, I mean like those who have severe acne, cystic acne, like a whole entire breakout on your face, I wouldn't recommend it, mainly because it could potentially sensitize the skin even more. Don't quote me on that, please. But this is just what I think. But please consult your dermatologist for any further details, but this is just what I think in general. But going on to that, for benefits, they can be used, like I said, with oilier skin types, but you can use it every single day. But because it dissolves and takes out oil from the pores, I would suggest using it maybe only a few times a week, mainly because of the oil dissolving aspect. But if you do have a much oilier type of skin, then feel free to use it at least more than 2 times a week, in my opinion. I'm not sure if it's good for acne, but I feel like it would be a very nice treatment for pimples, like just small minor ones around your face. And it is also very anti-inflammatory and antibacterial as well, so which is very nice since it won't bring more bacteria into your pores and cause further breakouts. So some ingredients that are considered BHAs in that category, is the only one that is considered is salicylic acid, which is also known for uses of a spot treatment, especially for pimples and stuff, which you can get it off the counter anywhere practically that sells skincare stuff, so that too. So some tips and tricks I would like to share is choose which products you know you want to use, but also know that it will work for your skin type. Start with lower concentrations of exfoliants and avoid ingredients that cause a reaction with exfoliants. So especially ingredients like retinol and vitamin C, please do not pair them together. It does cause further sensitization with the skin. Retinol is pretty drying as it is by itself, especially if you've not heard about me talk about retinol in my last video. It can be pretty drying to the skin, so I would not recommend retinol in addition to AHAs or BHAs, which is basically exfoliation, since it can cause the skin to become more inflammatory and more sensitized. And I also would not recommend vitamin C, since it even though it is an ingredient, it can cause further irritation if applied onto the skin directly, since it is derived from, even though vitamin C is derived from fruits, it is still technically a type of acid. So I just wanted to be clear on what I said about vitamin C being acid. So long story short, AHAs and BHAs are basically exfoliating acids, and vitamin C is another type of acid, to be precise, L-ascorbic acid. Now, if you put two acids together, what happens? You obviously cause a reaction. But if you put two of them together, it can cause further skin sensitization and irritation, and can throw your skin pH levels out of whack. So that is why. Without further ado, back to the video. I don't know how to further explain this, so that's the only thing I can think of at the moment. And if you also have sensitive skin, try to, at least if you are going to use an exfoliant, try to use a soothing, calming, hydrating product afterwards to soothe and calm the skin, so that you just don't leave it inflamed, red after exfoliation, because it can
A few moments later,
it can compromise the skin barrier even more in the long run. So that is all I have for today. Please don't forget to click that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that little notification bell to see more videos from me every single week, and I'll see you in the new year. Merry Christmas! I love you! Bye!